Never felt this way before.
And I swear.
All right, let's do this. Hello, everybody. Lloyd and JD, the best fucking podcast in the world. I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
What's up?
Not much.
Trying to match that speed.
Imagine talking like that for the whole podcast.
Be like one of those horse race guys.
Yeah, I think people would have to listen to it about 4 or 5 times, like just to kind of catch the gist of what's going on. It's like I was good to there, like rewind. What did he say exactly?
Yeah, it's the beauty of the pause button.
Yeah, play at half speed.
Yeah. So what's up?
Not terribly
My
a
lips
lot,
are
man.
hella dry, dude.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. That's Calgary for you, man. It's dry weather, and you know, when I first immigrated here, I used to get like bleeding noses all the time. It just because it's so dry. I had to like stick Vaseline up my nose just to not bleed throughout the day.
I have dreams of BC sometimes.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Because I moved to Calgary, and then I moved out to Vancouver for a long time, and I remember even switching like just the water difference because we have such hard water here. It's like, wow, like things are soft, not like super dry. Like even the water like chaps you kind of thing.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah. But it makes great beer. Like good mountain water makes great beer.
Sure.
Yeah, lots of minerals and all that kind of good
Beer's
stuff.
beer.
Beer's beer.
5%. Get on.
Yeah.
So we're a month, I think, out from Stampede.
Yeah. It's coming up pretty quick.
Yeah, I've been noticing this trend in Calgary. I find that if people are from Calgary,
they hate the Stampede.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Like, okay, it doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah.
And when I talk to people to get their answer, it's like, well, same thing every year. And it's just like, I used to live in a place, England, where like the carnival would come around pretty frequent, like once a month, maybe once every 3 months, maybe. Like you saw it more frequently in the Stampede. That's all I know.
Well, you lived in Brighton Hove, which is basically a seaside community, and that's their business is tattoo shops, carnival acts, and you name it. Ice cream shops. How does something
fun get boring? Like the carnival never gets fucking boring. Yeah, same old thing. Yeah, same shitty rides, same shitty games. But it's something to do. Why do people complain? Like they're constantly going on about how there's fuck all to do in Calgary, and then the Stampede comes through once a year, and they're like, "Oh fuck Stampede, I'm not even going." Yeah, okay. What?
The thing is now is
it's 3 days. Like what the fuck is wrong with your ass?
Well, it's completely reasonable now. The thing is I think back when but
they never use money as an answer even.
Yeah.
The answers I'm getting back are like, it's not that it's expensive. They're like, oh, the food's okay. And then they're like, fuck it. It's the same old thing every year. I hate it. Like, why? It doesn't make any sense.
I can understand that, maybe it's not your thing, right? And that going to it once every couple years is enough.
What do you mean once a year? That's a long...
No, I know once a year. I go every year. I'm there all week long, right? I go...
They sit in their house and get pissed that Stampede's going?
I'm there every day of the week, all week long, pretty much all day long.
It's fun. I mean,
I'm there and I'm working and I find stuff to do.
It's fun.
And it's funny too because I think I know the Stampede so well. It takes me a couple days, again, a lot of things are similar in the way that they're laid out, but every year things are different and there's always things to find and there's always something new. And I typically do that because I have the time to do it while I'm there, And
I find it fun. I don't understand it. I'm sick of hearing people say they hate it.
The thing is now is it's affordable. It used to be, I understand the money complaint being, it's like, well, I have to pay,
you have to pay to do
$25 every time I go down, and then if I want to go down more than once, it's going to cost me a fortune. You can get the super pass now for like $40,
but that's been out for years. Like
it's been out for the last 2 years. Yeah, it's great. $40, you go down every day, whenever. Grab a beer after work.
People just moan for the sake of fucking moaning, don't they?
Yeah,
it's like it's a good day out. There's fireworks at the end of the night. Fuck, fireworks are sick. They spend good money on the fireworks every night. Fireworks show.
And that's the thing that I think is interesting as well, is that at the very least you can enjoy all of that for free.
Yeah. The motorbike show, free.
Like if you're listening to the podcast and you want to watch the fireworks for free, I mean, there's a lot of spots that people know, hills up in...
Where you graduate, everyone goes up
Mount
there.
Royal and, up above there, just above the dome.
The bridge,
but if you want to go sit down on a patio and have a beer and have a great sight view of it, just go to the King Eddie. They put a rooftop patio up every year. You can buy a beer for, $6-7. Sit down. There's a beautiful ledge. You can sit there and watch from there. In fact, I think I've done that the last couple years. Yeah. And it's nice. It's enjoyable. On a nice night, you can look down. You can see the Calgary Tower. You got a good view there. You can see the dome. You can see the works. And it's relaxing. There's lots of ways to enjoy the Stampede. Yeah, and you don't even have to go to the Stampede. There's a lot of people doing events. And the deep-fried
pickles are delicious.
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of community breakfasts, some of the big ones.
Don't you make my mouth water? Oh, my God, so good.
Yeah. Some of the big ones, maybe it's a little bit, much like, the Chinook Stampede breakfast, a little out of control sometimes. Like, it's massive lineups and, takes a little bit of time. But I know here in the community that I live up, you get through there. I went there, and I was through there in like 3 minutes. And I had a giant stack of pancakes and bacon. And if I went to Denny's, it would have probably cost me like $15-20 for that because they were just
so hungry.
They were just stacking that shit.
It made me so hungry. I'm gonna eat this fucking table. So hungry.
Yeah. Who can complain about a sandwich?
Apparently everyone. Apparently everyone that I've talked to
lately.
I know.
Eggs,
I'm excited.
Bacon, sausage, pancakes for free. Sorry, I'm good with it.
I said to my boss, because he's a grump about it too, and I'm like, can we go to a Stampede breakfast at least? Like, my old boss loved it. Like, we'd go to every one. Like, he's like, well, I'm not paying you. I was like, I'm not asking you to fucking pay me.
Yeah.
I'm getting a free breakfast. That's already paid.
But you know what? It would be awesome as a business thing. What? Right? Like, to be honest. Okay.
Well, my old boss used to pay us. Like, every day of the week of Stampede, we had a breakfast with one of the companies that we do business with. Like, Bobcat holds a breakfast, and if you buy Bobcats, you get invited. Yeah. So every day of the week, we would have a company that we used to work with that would invite us to, and they used to have trampolines and like bouncy castles at some of them, like for like grown men. and it's a free breakfast, and you get like a hat and a t-shirt. And my old boss used to make sure there was one a day, and we'd go to it. We would get paid.
See, and the
I
fact
asked this
that
boss
you
if we
get
could go to
paid,
one, and he like had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not paying for you to go. Like, I'm gonna be there for like maybe half an hour, which is like my normal fucking breaks anyway. I get 2 15-minute breaks and a half an hour break. So what are you complaining about? And then we were all gonna get a free breakfast and maybe like a hat and like a fucking hoodie that I can wear to work, so I don't have to fuck up my other hoodies. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I think if I was a business owner, I might not go every day like your other boss, but I might say, hey, this company that we deal with all the time, they're having a Stampede breakfast. Yeah. We're going to go. We'll take an easy morning. You don't worry, you get paid.
Yeah.
You guys work hard. I appreciate it. I'm not even paying for the breakfast.
No.
It's the nicest. This is like the dream thing for a boss. It's like, you know what? Like,
you're just paying the wage, and it won't even be an hour wage. Right? Like, you're never even there for an hour.
As a good boss, I would try to take you out, and an owner of a company, I would probably take you out for dinner or a lunch or something at some point anyways, where I would be paying you also, so I mean, this is like win-win. It's like, you get some garb, I get to talk some business with some people, and who knows what's going to come out of that, do some networking.
And that's why my old boss didn't care if it was one a day, because we weren't ever there for longer than half an hour.
Yeah.
Everyone got fed. Everyone was super pumped. Everyone went to work happy
and fed
worked
and energized.
and we got business opportunities and clothing.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And we were happy, and he didn't pay a fucking dime because, we weren't there for a full hour. So he's half our hourly wage. That's what he paid.
Yeah.
Which isn't much.
Yeah. But I bet you anything, you were way more productive for the rest of the day.
Well,
right?
Yeah, and we enjoyed our Stampede.
You probably worked
week.
a little bit harder, whether you knew it or not.
We enjoyed our Stampede week, and it boosted
your whole company's morale. I guaranteed it boosted productivity, whether you know it or not. At the end of the day, he won, right?
Yeah.
Because not only that, it's like if he comes and asks you and says at the end of the week, like, hey guys, like, do you guys mind working a couple extra hours here because, we're a bit behind? I bet you everybody would have been like, sure.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Because and the thing is that it was just like part of your lunch break anyways.
That's what I mean. It's like literally you didn't get much.
But it seems like, you totally won the day, right?
But yeah, I don't know. My current boss was like totally against it. So I think I'm just going to go to one of the breakfasts by myself and use my break.
Yeah.
I'll be back in half an hour.
Yeah. Like I said, it's, I don't mind the food. It's always good. It's always a good time.
It's great.
People are generally a little bit happier in the city, which is
and some
nice.
of them it's not breakfast too. You can go to some and they serve burgers and hot dogs because they're actually midday. I know in Mackenzie Town they do a midday one as well. They do a breakfast one day, and I know that they do another lunch where you can go and just get a burger or a hot dog.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Anything that makes people a little bit happier.
Mackenzie Town
and
was
a little
actually
more friendly.
Pretty sweet, and you do get through pretty quick. And they like clear out Sobeys parking lot to like serve it all, and you can like walk down High Street. There's like the British shop there, and there's like hay bales everywhere and stuff for kids to do.
It's awesome. I think it's a good thing.
My daughter's gonna love it.
Yeah. And that's the great thing if you've got kids too.
Yeah, you feed your fucking kids
for free. You bring the whole little army. If you've got like 12 kids, they're gonna feed them all for you. Like that's a built-in savings for like half an hour of your time.
Get your money back from the government.
Yeah.
Like someone's paying for this. I don't know who it is, but
a lot of times it's corporations and private business that are paying it.
Whatever, get yours, man. It's free. Go get it.
Yeah. I mean, and there's a lot of politicians that put them on, and I encourage you to go do those ones as well because, to be honest, you pay for that because they just expense it, so that's out of what you paid in taxes. So
go eat your breakfast.
Go eat your breakfast that you paid for. If it costs them $6 a plate, you're paying that, so you may as well get your $6 back at the end of the day.
Well, I'm going to be taking some time off around Stampede. It's going to be my birthday, and I want to spend some time with the family.
Yeah, I know my cousin from the UK is coming with his family for.
Oh, cool.
His family's coming for the first time to go to Stampede, and then they're going to go to the mountains, and I think they're going to Vancouver. So they're doing a big kind of trek across Western Canada, which will be cool, and it'll be interesting too because his
good time
his
of year
kids
to do
are
it.
Quite
brilliant weather, beautiful, everything's green.
Yeah.
This place is beautiful in the summer,
and his kids are at an age where like the Stampede is kind of like the games and everything like that. They're going to be like
that's always fun.
Excited.
It never dies, I don't think.
Yeah.
Even the lights, just being around all the rides and the atmosphere, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
People might.
I like the food. I enjoy.
Please, we can't talk about the food again.
I enjoy the games.
Those big onions that they dunk, and then fuck.
Oh yeah. Those big.
I spend like $100 on food. Usually.
I have to limit myself because I'm worried that I'm going to have like some coronary heart attack from all the grease at the end of the week.
While I can, I'm putting it in.
But remember, I'm there every day, so I'm going to do one thing, not
that's true.
10.
Yeah, like I go for like a day or 2 days tops.
Yeah.
So like I gotta see it all, do it all, eat it all. So like between me, Jamie, and the kid, $100 easy is consumed like that. With like I'll get like a $20 bucket of wings and fries. That bucket is bomb.
Yeah,
those fries are amazing. And then I'll get like the onion, maybe like a beef on the bun.
Yeah.
Then like some, Dippin' Dots or like some fucking, something else.
I have to get the foot-long hot dog. The actual foot-long. I know it's
like
not
America.
I know it's not the most exquisite meal that you can get down there or the best tasting. But the thing is when I emigrated here, when I first went to the Stampede, I got a foot-long hot dog, and I couldn't believe, being from the UK, because our hot dogs are like smaller than normal
like
hot
IKEA.
dogs, that how big this thing was. And if this was even remotely normal, like this is like the greatest country on the planet.
I really like the slices of pizza they do that are like that big too.
Yeah, they're massive as well.
I'm so hungry.
It's going to be a good time. I'm always excited for the food.
And it falls on my birthday every year.
Yeah.
Which is just an added bonus. Like it's just something to do for my birthday.
Yeah.
So, usually get a bit of birthday money or, some around that time from family and loved ones. So.
And London must love it.
Oh yeah. And just, there's so much there for kids. Like we held goats last time and we were holding chicks and, touching cows and pigs because there's other animals there.
Yeah.
And London doesn't get to see.
Well, and that's the thing is, a lot of these things she'll be experiencing for the first time and wouldn't have an opportunity
there's a
otherwise.
Kids section where they teach them about like plants and animals, and then we went and saw the horses, which thoroughly sketched me the fuck out. You have to walk behind them. That's not right. That can't be right.
walk behind them.
When you go to see the horses that are going to play in the events, the chariot races, you can go see them all, right?
Yeah.
When they bring you in, they're facing inwards in the stalls, and you're walking behind them looking at the horses. Like, right behind them. Like, if it wanted to kick me in the fucking face, I'd be dead in like a second. These horses are like massive.
Though, isn't there?
No.
Oh.
I walked down there with Jamie. I was like, we got to get the fuck out of here. Like, it's a sketch. They're massive.
Yeah.
People don't understand how big those fucking things are. Well, if you're a cowboy, a lot of people in Calgary understand how big they are, I guess. But I don't see horses very often. And I was like, what the fuck? This thing is huge.
Yeah.
Like, if this kicked me, I was looking at its feet. Like, that's the size of my head.
You don't want to get kicked by one of those.
That's the size of my head. And I had, like, London in my arms. I was like, get me out of here.
People that work on farms or cowboys now are getting a good chuckle at that.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, I mean, most horses aren't going to whack you unless you do something.
I don't know. And it fucking sketched the fuck out of me, man. Like.
Well, yeah. I mean, the fear's coming more likely from protecting your child.
They're massive.
Oh, I know. They're huge.
We were close. Yeah,
right?
like,
my aunt used to have an Arabian, right? So, I mean, and she would go and groom that all the time. And that horse, not only was it temperamental, right? But, I mean, it was a huge beast.
Pretty cool. Kid loves it. I like it.
Yeah.
She loves the food. Everyone loves the food.
Yeah, the food is...
Last time she was younger. This time she's going to love it. Love it.
Yeah.
She's much more aware now.
Which is awesome.
I'll probably deal with a bunch of tantrums when I'm there.
Not playing enough games, not eating enough food, leaving the bouncy castle too soon, not letting you pet the goats for long enough. Yeah, it's going to be ongoing. Everything.
Oh, I dropped my lollipop. Oh, I dropped my drink.
Oh, yeah. That's sad stuff,
Yeah, for me too. My wallet's crying.
That's a $10 mistake.
Yeah, literally. No, I'm eating grit lollipop.
Yeah, yeah. But there's always places to get stuff for free. Sometimes free food. Like last year, I got tons of free beef jerky. I got free.
It's true, you did get some
ices.
I got like some free spices, I think.
Yeah.
But
you can always get cheap drinks and food at
I'm not under this
Weedickville.
illusion that I want to go out for a free day. I feel like it's like the one thing a year where that is even close to exciting. You know what I mean? Like, we do nothing here. Calgary, we spend 9 months in hell. And then we have a beautiful summer. And there's not, you got the Lilac Festival, you got Stampede. There's not many things that...
Yeah. The Lilac Festival this year was crazy.
Yeah,
it was so busy. It's gotten to the point now that I was walking down the main street, and if I wanted to get from like side A to side B, it wasn't happening.
Which is why I didn't go.
Yeah.
Because
it's gotten to the point where it's way
we didn't
want to
endure that with the child because...
You would have had to put her on your shoulders.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been able to walk. It was just wall-to-wall people. And sometimes you were just standing in the middle of the street, not moving, because I don't know why. Like somebody stopped to look at trinkets down
hilarious.
Here, and it blocked like for 3 blocks.
They just created like carnage. Yeah. And it's funny because I'm the type of person where if I know I'm going to create that carnage, I won't look at what I want to look at.
Yeah.
Like, I will surpass. I'll see something and be like, damn it. Like, fuck, keep moving. Maybe I'll try to circle back. I don't know. But
and that's
you get those cunts that will just be like, oh, I'm going to spend an hour here.
Wreaking absolute havoc. The entire side of the street
8 blocks
move.
back. Yeah. You've got a fist fight broken out on the left. Someone's building Molotov cocktails now. A riot's about to take place. Yeah, hilarious.
It's insane. It's gotten so
it's one
busy
road
down there, and it's one day. It's good though. I mean, I appreciate it for what it is. It's nice to see a street.
The first time me and Jamie ever went to the Lilac Fest, we have a brilliant memory of it because we were actually down in the. This was a while back. We didn't have a kid at this point. Okay, so we were drinking. We were in the park and we was already quite lit, the both of us, and we were walking across one of the nice bridges there. We were just enjoying the day. And we hear like all this like partying, or kind of drawn to the sound of partying at that time because we were both younger. And then we got to like 4th Street and it was just lit, man. People were like walking up and down 4th Street. There were stalls, hot dogs for sale. Like, what the fuck? I didn't even know about Lilac Festival, and neither did she. And like it was like we just how many times do you go for a nice peaceful walk down
And you
through the
stumble
park and you
across.
stumble across a festival? It doesn't
Yeah.
really happen that often. So
Yeah.
it was a good memory. So we enjoyed going down there, but this year we were both busy with work. She was with a kid, and then like by that time we were just like
it
too
was
busy.
it was super busy down there.
So
to
yeah,
the
we
point
decided
that
not
it's
to
a
go.
little too. They almost have to expand.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think they do need to expand.
And I don't know how you would do it because it's really
The
just
side streets with maybe get some of the side streets where people live involved, setting up stalls down some of those on people. If the people, it would be tough.
Right.
Yeah,
It'd be a bit tough because then some of these places, like, I mean, can you imagine living there and like, I got to go to work and it's like,
yeah. Well, I'm the type of guy
I can't come to
if it
work
was one
because
day a
there's
year, that
500
would-
people in front of my house and somebody's selling like,
Well,
macrame plant hangers.
I'm different. That's what life's about. You know what I mean? Like, you're right. There are people out there that would be concerned about the fact that they couldn't get to work.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, would be pumped calling my boss like, yeah, dude, can't come to work today. Like, this is Lilac
The
Festival.
macrame guys up front, I can't leave.
Like, life's about crazy things. Like, it's about enjoying your time on Earth. Bitching because you can't get to work on a Saturday because Lilac Festival's happening outside of your house. Fuck, man, I think you need to take a look in the mirror and realize what's a priority to you at the end of
Maybe
the
you're
day.
working a little too hard.
Yeah, it's one day and festivals in Spain. They have a festival every fucking day.
Yeah.
You can't go down. What are they partying about today?
Yeah.
It's
And then they have a nap at lunch.
yeah, and I just feel like sometimes we lose sight of
Yeah. And then they party again. Yeah.
what you can't close a few roads down and enjoy the fact that
I agree.
Lilac Festival is going to be pumping.
Yeah. But that's all we have time for this week.
Yeah, it's been good, man. I'm Lloyd.
I'm JD.
Peace.
See ya.